Hey, girl.
Hi.
Hey. I've been bullied enough. I'm back.
Yeah.
so, so
Yeah.
too fight. So too feisty. Don't send me no more messages bullying me. Bullying me about when I'm coming back. I told you it was gonna be sooner than you think, cause God said go.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Y'all know I've been
Back.
working like a
I
Hebrew
told y'all.
slave.
I told y'all. I mean, I said last night, I was like, yeah, I'll be back tomorrow with someone special, maybe. But no one picked up on that tea now, did you? And look,
Yeah.
less than 24 hours later, both of our
Okay.
cases.
Hey y'all, I did miss y'all though, but your girl been working like a Hebrew slave, like I told y'all. I got two full-time jobs. Okay, so baby, I be trying to sleep. My sister right here is telling me I gotta quit, but you know what I'm saying? Yeah, so it just be hard. Like I literally go to work for 11 o'clock in the morning and I am not off until like 4 o'clock the next morning. So like yeah, I be missing y'all, but my eyelids be missing sleep. Um, but I
Girl.
am going to do better. Hey, my Macy Poole. Hey, my sis California cutie.
Hey, y'all.
Tracy Chappelle, my favorite troll. Hey, Jesse Lewis. How are you? Oh, wise one at two. Feisty. My girl, my girl. Hey, Astu. Girl, you better have that leg up. You better have that leg up and be resting. I'm going to check on you after this, my love. But it is so good to be back. I felt like I was going to feel weird at first. Like, I ain't been on here for a while, but I, oh no, I'm throwed off. I ain't got no sense.
Well, I think this is a great topic to come back and talk about. This is a nice little, icebreaker into being back on the tube. Yeah,
That's
Nene.
why I'm in my closet. Raindrops. All right, I'll be good. I'll be good. I'm gonna be good. I'll be good. I'll be good.
I'm not about to do this with you. I'm
I'm
not.
just saying, hey, raindrops.
He honestly
I'm,
didn't. He didn't get. He wasn't super annoying this time. Like for a minute, he was doing that cackling a little bit too much, but for the most part, he didn't piss me all the way off. So I'm gonna let you have it.
listen, let me tell you something. Before we even get started about the needy of it all, I y'all know I got to come back and be messy. I got to come back and be messy, and I got questions.
Uh, you know she's about to do something wild.
I have questions. At this point in the game, Miss Nene Leaks, I'm gonna need you to walk in with your champagne flute and not a red solo cup. Like I love you, Nene. You are the queen, not the red solo cup. And then it looked like a mini edition, like a kitty solo cup. I I was not happy with that. Like I mean, you got Carlos to come out the closet, literally out the closet, and give you a proper interview, instead of Zoom, because you ain't no Zoom girl, okay? And I'm here for it. But girl, I not the red solo cup. Leave the red solo cups to duck lips. And then the second thing, what is this? Is that Sharpie? Is that hairspray? Like, I'm so confused at the lining and the coloring of it all because don't call what the fuck? This disturbed me. Every time he put his head down, it disturbed me because I'm confused. Is it paint? Is it asphalt?
He can go bald. Like I'm okay with that.
Is it an Expo marker? Ooh, I ain't gonna be that messy. Not an Expo. Is it an Expo marker? Because I could pronounce the word Expo.
Woo, that went over my head real quick. It was something. It was something. Can't believe it. Oh, it's like can't believe it's not hair. Like can't believe it's not butter.
I listen. I don't know what it is. Hey, Chi Time, my boo. It was just that was so weird to me. Thank you, DeQuasia, for the super chat. I appreciate it. Yes, she's back. Yes, I am back, honey. And child, if y'all want to catch up on the LAMH mess of it all, child, let me know. But I mean, it's kind of old now, so y'all probably don't want to hear what I got to say about it. But you know, if y'all do, child, let me know. We'll talk about it. But um, hey, Kimmy Nicole, my love. I just Mace said, girl, Mace said it was shoe polish. That's what it was, Mace. It was shoe polish. Oh, also, Messy Night Court will be back next week because we are coming back in August, honey. Is giving big and head eye fibers. I'm just saying, like, that was just weird to me. Another thing that was weird to me, I was like, why is this man combing Nene hair? And like, first of all, I didn't think anything was wrong with her hair. I thought she looked beautiful when she walked in and sat down. Like, we're gonna call a thing a thing. The girl looks good, okay? Y'all can't talk about that weave that she had on last night, okay? You cannot talk about it. She looked good. I was like, but why are we seeing him comb her hair? Like, what is this? And then I was like, okay, was this supposed to be prior to them actually starting the interview? And he just gave us some little behind the scene clips. I don't know, but she looks good, honey. I want that outfit, and I'm gonna come sit down in front of y'all and cross these big old thighs and let them just all hang out, okay? With my little shoes and my little furs on the end. I'm gonna get y'all. Mark my words. We're gonna be talking about something, and I'm gonna come pull that outfit out the closet. I mean, mine probably gonna be the great value version of that outfit.
Um, yes, she did look good. I'm not gonna lie, she looked good. Period.
She looks good. So let's get on into it because they were saying how when they both started out, they was broken busted. I mean, not broken busted, but child, it was definitely paycheck to paycheck. And I don't know why that was surprising to me. Hey, Chrislyn, how are you, my love? I don't know why that was surprising to me because I always thought like wasn't Greg like a real estate mogul? So I thought like
I
they
can't.
had.
What did he? I can't remember, but
I thought they had money.
she said once she said that they only made like 10K the first season, I knew it was not a lot, but 10K for 3 months. You think I'm gonna open up my home, my life for 3 months and only get 10K?
Listen, I'm not about to open up nothing for everybody to judge every single part of me for not for 10,000. Not for 10,000. I would have thought it was more than that. I mean, I didn't think it was six figures the first season, but I definitely thought it was more than 10,000. And really, when you look at, she said they paid for events on their own that first season and everything, the wardrobe, everything that you saw was them. Did she really make 10,000?
Yeah, just like
You know what I'm saying? You didn't really make 10,000 by the time you put on an event and do everything that you do. You didn't make 10,000.
I'm not doing that. You are not. I'm not sitting in front of a confessional camera for $10,000. Like that's not going to ever happen, even me today. So that was wild right off the door. And then I think she said between 100 and 150K by season 2. Better, but
I mean, I would have took that the first season. I would have took 10,000. Yeah. I hate
that's honestly what I thought, it was going to be. But I mean, what do I know? I'm just, we're just spectating from the sidelines. So, and I liked how she kind of considered herself to be the underdog as well. When she first came on, I feel the same way.
Well, because she was paycheck to paycheck. And them girls was money, except for Sheree. You know what I'm saying? She was ex-husband's paycheck. But she was faking it till she make it too. But you know what I'm saying? When you faking it till you making it, you know what I'm saying? And somebody's trying to lord themselves over you, like you just ain't it. I can see why she would feel that way. But can I just say, why did Carlos keep referring to his husband as the African? Like, you can't say my babe, my boo, my love, my sweetie, my honey. You know what I'm saying? My little dip, my little yeah with the yeah. You know what I'm saying? My little piece. All of that. Like, you're not about to keep referring to me as the African. I would have beat Carlos' ass when I got home.
I think isn't he always how he refers to him though?
But that's just, if you don't want nobody to know their name, say my baby, my lover, my companion. You know what I'm saying? My little chocolate croissant, my little donut hole. You know what I'm saying? Something. Like, don't just refer to me as the African. Like, this. Don't
Um,
refer to me. Don't refer to me as that. I got a name, and if you don't want nobody to know my name, so nobody don't dox me, fool with me, blow me up on the internet because of your lifestyle, that's fine. You better call me my thick thighs, my juicy juice. You know what I'm saying? My little B. You know what I'm saying? Hell, call me my little juvie or something. Don't call me no damn the African.
does he post him?
I don't know, girl. I don't follow Carlos like that, but call me
Mm.
something. You know what I'm saying? You better get out. Carlos better be out here like the girls. My man, my man, my man. Okay, because what, my man, not the Africans. I just think. I mean, listen. Don't. It just
Watch out the dog behind you.
come up with something like that's just. I mean, I don't know. Maybe because I ain't never had an African. Okay,
That's
maybe
like,
that's what it is. Maybe
I,
because I ain't never had an African, but I don't get what the big deal is that everybody got to announce that they got an African.
I ain't got one, so maybe again, yeah, maybe I'm confused too. I think it's just to be funny, I guess. I don't really know. I don't know. It's Carlos. You know, you can't really ever know what's going on in that, but underneath that Beijing, I guess.
Not the Beijing.
Whatever it was, the shoe polish, whatever you called it, not underneath that. I would never know what's going on under there. So
Not the Beijing. I just that's don't refer to me as that. But I did like seeing their history and their dynamics and some things that I did not necessarily know. Some things were regurgitated that we had already heard, but I appreciated finding out some things that I did not know. Okay, I did. I did. If somebody, I saw somebody I wanted to. The African sounds powerful. I can't stand you, Mace. I cannot stand you, Mace. I know we about to cut up when Court comes back. Hey, Tony, I miss you too, boo. I missed all y'all. I promise y'all, I did.
Yeah, it's so depressing.
I did. Oh my God, now it was depressing. Anyway, but before we get into the roja of it all, right? I do want to have two things that we talk about from the interview that I kind of wanted to separate from the roja of it. When she was talking about Bryson. When she was talking about Bryson and when she was talking about Greg.
yeah.
I those were serious personal topics to me, so that's why I want to separate them from the roja of it all, even though they were on roja with her. First, let me talk about Greg. Shout out to Greg. May he rest in peace. Because Greg was smooth when he came through that thing. You know what I'm saying? All right, Greg. Wow. I never forget that. You know what I'm saying? But they did it on a reunion. But when she was saying, listen, Greg was wonderful. You know what I'm saying? Greg was wonderful. However, everybody always thought like I was the big bad bully of it all, but we had some other things going on behind scene. But he knew how to play it, you know, for the camera, which won us all over. And I think everybody has those characteristics. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, when you be in front of people, you're gonna be cute, but when you get home, like, you know, you be on some. Don't play with me. You know what I'm saying? Because you know I will cut up. You know I will act a fool. But I found it interesting because everybody was saying how she had moved on with Muyani, whatever the little suit man name was. I don't know. He sell hoochie daddy suits too, but um, how she was saying even in that time she was still grieving. She, you know, when she said when he would say get up, I got up. When he would say let's go, let's go. When he would say pack a bag, let's pack a bag. I was still grieving, but her saying to me that she will never find a love like Greg. She might find somebody to be with, but she's not gonna never find a love that she had with Greg. I kind of understood it, but it kind of made me sad. Like, damn. Like, so are you gonna be just settling to be with somebody, because for me, I feel like if I had that great of a love in my life, like I wouldn't want to settle. I would be content with my memories that I had. Like we could go out somewhere, but you not even about to be my little special friend down to my obituary when I croak. Like I wouldn't want anything less than what I had if it was that amazing to me. So I thought that was sad, but I am glad that she got to experience that kind of love. You know what I'm saying? That made her feel like she had a complete complete love in her life. You know what I'm saying? Like, not that it was without flaw, not that they didn't have trouble or issues, but that was her person. And I feel like she's still probably having nights like when she thinks about him, because when she was talking about him, it's like I could see the sadness come in behind her eyes. But I'm on an interview, so I gotta hold it together. I am the Nene Leaks of it all. You know what I'm saying? So I don't think it's been enough time. Like when you lose somebody like that, that's that embedded into your heart, like that's like a piece of you missing all of them years. I don't know what you think.
I know for a fact she's still grieving, and I say that because although I've not been in that boat, please God, no. My sister-in-law, it's crazy because my sister-in-law just posted this morning how she lost her husband October 2019. She said, her words, not mine, she's not even ready to begin dating as well. She might go, a little date, or a little, you want to drop off some food and, hi, whatever, here and there, but she's still not even ready to date. And they were together probably half the time that that Greg and Nene were together. So I know for a fact she's still grieving, but it makes a lot of sense. We all grieve differently. So when people are probably scrutinizing her, looking at her like, oh, how could she go out, and like, oh, why she already out already and whatever, going through the motions. Like she probably wasn't even there in the mind. And that's not to say that she doesn't care about this whatever his name is. What is guy's name? I don't even know his name.
Neon, whatever his name is.
Whatever. Yeah, him. I don't think that she used him. I don't think that she didn't like him, anything like that. But it was just, like she said, going through the motions. It's like, okay, yeah, all she knew was to be in relationships. So she was just, it's kind of like putting on your pants every day. You're just like going through it. Yeah, okay, this seems like what I'm supposed to be doing. So, all right, no enthusiasm probably. And I'm the same way. Like, I don't know. I always found myself in relationships throughout my life. Even when I said I wasn't trying to be in no relationship, it just happened. I don't know. So I understood that too. But yeah, she most definitely is still grieving it. And I feel for her in that aspect. And I also their whole dynamic and stuff like that. It didn't make me feel any differently. The things that she was, saying about Greg and all that, like, that he was, kind of different behind closed doors, or you saw different, sides possibly. That didn't make me think of him any differently. That's just kind of, I think, how it goes. In marriage.
Everybody don't need to be in your business.
Yeah. And you're literally in front of the screen. Like, that was not far-fetched for me to think. Honestly, I don't really feel like if she wants to love again and she wants that again, then by all means go do it. But at the same time, I don't think that should be the center of her. She should try to make that the center of her life again. I think that, yeah, she should date and do whatever she feels up to doing. That's what she should do. But as far as marriage and stuff like that, she said that she would never want, or she needs to be with somebody who makes more than her or whatever. I understood that as well. So I don't really know if I wouldn't be opposed to seeing her just kind of date and just do what she wants to do and not really put so much emphasis on getting married again. Like, if it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, it doesn't. She just, I wish her the best in that regard, and I support whatever she wants to do.
Me too. I just feel like saying what they did, like it don't change my opinion on Greg because I do feel like to a certain extent everybody don't need to know what you and your mate go through. Like if I cuss you out in private, that's between me and you. But in public, I'm gonna be like, hey, babe, you want me to fix your plate? No, and I just told you I punch you in your throat. But still, the public don't need to know that I just told you I was gonna punch you in the throat. So that didn't do anything for me. And as far as I'm concerned, my brother is innocent. So if you call me and tell me he did something bad, I'm gonna be completely shocked because my brother is innocent. No, I'm just playing. I'm just playing. I'm just playing. But then I wanted to talk about the Bryson of it all. Now I love how she said, we do not turn our back on our children. And I would never turn my back on my children, but Bryson would be unsunned at this point. Like you don't go to jail and lose your little brother, use your little brother name. Like if you did the crime, you know what I'm saying? If you did what you did, then you take your lick, son. You know what I'm saying? You take your lick, son. Like that's how I would feel about it. But I did feel it. Like she said, I'm no different than anybody else in this standpoint. I don't know what it is to deal with addiction. And what she said that made me not understand her, but made me feel like, okay, when she said even in counseling, she had to learn through counseling that I can't make him go. He has to want this for himself. Me making him go, he's going to continue to relapse. He have to come out and realize that this is what he wants for himself. And I was like, okay, so she went to counseling. So she went to counseling to help her deal with how to be able to deal with her son, because some parents, they don't feel like they need counseling for an issue. It's just like, you do what I said, you embarrassing me. What she could have been, well, she probably told him, like, she probably told him get on his shit a couple times, as with any mama. But the fact that she went to seek help on how to deal with her child, it's like, I can't believe, what. And what she present on Roja, I wouldn't have expected her to take that route. So that was a different side for me. I wouldn't have expected her to go through counseling to see how to take her son. I would have took her as, I am Nene Leaks. I am the rich bitch, and you embarrassing me with mug shots, stealing out of Walmart like we poor and homeless and on drugs, and having all of these babies around here. Got your baby mama around here trying to hustle me for money by doing interviews, trying to shame her way into my pockets. Like I would have expected that, because that's more or less kind of what we see on the Roja front. So that was like seeing a different side to me of her, because I would have expected her to be more or less like that. Then I need to get counseling, and I had to realize that he's going to need the help, and I'm never going to turn my back on my child. Like I could have saw her being one of the mamas, like, I'm sick of your shit. You know what I'm saying? Like when he was in jail, people like dogging her because she was out shopping and he was in jail. But let me tell you something. It's only going to be so many times I'm going to pay bail. I'm not going to pay bail too many times. Oh, you went back? Oh, okay, tell me how it is. See if you could get you a PR bond or something like that, because I'm going to get bags. I don't got to pay bail. I'm going to get bags. And then sometimes there comes a point in your life where it's some stuff I'm going to get you. This is my words for the rest of the season, for the rest of the year. And I don't care if y'all get tired of it. Eviction and benediction. That's why I'm at in life with it. You keep doing stupid stuff, making stupid mistakes, keep fucking up. I'm going to serve you an eviction notice. Get your ass away from me, and I'm going to give you the benediction. May the Lord watch over thee till we meet again. Amen. And that's kids and all, because at some point in time, you got to do what they say, and that's what protect your peace. And your kids can take away from your peace too. When you're ready to get some help, child, let me know. I'm not going to keep feeding you my money for you to keep feeding in addiction. So I kind of thought that was, it was interesting to me to hear her take on it, and the people that has reached out to her trying to help him.
Yeah, she did make mention that John, Mr. Roly reached out to
and
her.
And she still got it. It was in a dressing room.
And Lamar Odom, which that's awesome, because he's obviously been in those same shoes before. We know. Yeah, I think that we definitely are seeing, I saw a different side of her, but I wasn't surprised at the same time, especially when she was like, yeah, I do kind of regret disciplining my son on camera and all that. So I think that she's taken time to reflect, and so much time has has passed. Like, I'm so glad to see growth in certain areas when it comes to her, because she didn't come off as that Nene, like how you just said. Like, she didn't come off in this interview
Right.
at all by that,
Right.
and that's good to see. And yeah, exactly what you said. When my grandmother, when my aunt used to be getting locked up and all that foolishness and stuff like that, when she was heavy in her addiction, my grandma didn't play that. No, like she went to see her maybe one time or whatever, was like, get your ish together, and kept it moving. But you can't, force anybody to do something that they're not ready and willing to do. It's just going to exhaust you and deplete you of your energy and stuff, and you're going to just run yourself ragged. So I don't think that means that she doesn't care by any means, but it's just like, my hands are tied. He's grown, like she said. He got however many kids, he got a wife, all this stuff. Like, he's got to want to do it for him. But at the same time, shout outs to John. Hopefully when he gets out or whatever, he does scoop him up, and hopefully this is the last time. But I don't know. I like to think as well that she didn't say anything about him using Brent's name, and I'm hoping it was just for interview purposes. I'm assuming that offline, when she did talk to him or whatever, she was like, I know you lying. Like, I'm sure she did.
I'm sure she did, but you don't want to you don't want to put on the internet for the world. Not every parent is this new age parent that's want to drag your children and embarrass them down to the internet for punishment or for I wouldn't do that. Oh, do you see this? Do you see this? We should. Y'all should do a season 1 review, like a throwback review of the season 1.
Okay.
I'm down. I am glad to see that. Now let's get to the mess of it all, honey. Let's get to the mess of it all. From 5 million to 500,000 in the house that Lanithia Nene Leaks built, okay? And a lot of people on Twitter was trying to go up for, oh no, Tarisha Giudice, baby, before she flipped the table, it was a Nene Leaks. I want y'all to understand. Don't y'all try to give Nene credit to the jailbird. No, y'all don't.
And I'm saying that, I'm from Jersey, so
no.
Yeah, this is true.
No. I mean, listen, if it was Teresa, honestly, then I'd give it to Teresa, honestly. But it kills me how the same people who will dog Nene will go up for Teresa. And Teresa, I ain't never seen Nene flip no table and waste no wine, child. We ain't wasting no wine. That's against the religion. But from 500, I said Nene messy, but I could tell when she was saying parts to be messy because she know it's gonna be a soundbite. It's gonna get out there. And when she was genuinely just speaking, you know what I'm saying? Like when she said, listen, I was on the pilot that was shopped around. So it was like we taped twice. And I'm like, girl, you did a season 1 twice. One for the pilot to be shopped around and one for the actual season 1, and still only made $10,000. Bravo. Y'all owe her money. Let's be clear. And I can't wait to get into the part 2. I hate that we have to wait till August the 1st. Carlos, you should have just dropped them back to back for us, okay? I hate that we got to wait for August the 1st for part 2 because we was about to get into the lawsuit. But I don't think as many people know, like, you would have no Watch What Happens Live, although it's boring, okay? It done got boring. It done got dry. It done got stale. You would have no Watch What Happens Live if it wasn't for Nene Leaks, because that was actually Nene's idea and something that she wanted to do, and they gave it to Bravo Andy. We would have no Housewives reunions had there not been a Nene Leaks. You get reunions now because of Nene Leaks. So yeah, they owe her. You got people who will skip here and there for the season, but they're gonna watch that reunion because that's when it's all gonna come out and it's supposed to go down. Y'all owe her. Owe her. So I didn't know. I didn't know that, but I can understand why she is so critical of what goes on in the show. Because regardless of whether she's there or not, when you in something from the beginning, you just feel a certain special type of way about it. And so, you know what I'm saying? I can understand that. You know what I'm saying? I can understand that. Now, what I did not know, girl, that she had told us was behind the scenes how Cynthia used to be putting Peter out, cussing him out, making him sleep down to the boy none or whatever that boy was. He had that guy. I said, not 50 Cent.
I was here for it.
I was like, baby,
I was not mad at
they
all.
lit up my life. Because I'm glad to know that she wasn't no pushover like that for Peter. But you know, once again, you have a certain image you want to, you know what I'm saying, portray. And I'm glad that Cynthia didn't portray that image with Peter, because then they would have said, oh, she the typical black, she's an angry black woman, want to tell her husband down. He's a good man, Savannah. He's trying hard. You know how the pick-me's do. Cynthia cuss his ass out again. One more time. Put it on rewind. Cuss him out again. Cuss him out again. I'm here for it. I was here for that. And I was also appreciative of her saying, no, I ain't want Phaedra on the show at first. It's not that I didn't think she was good. It's not that she wasn't a high-powered attorney. Girl, I'm from Athens. She was from Athens. And this is my show, what we trying to do. That was the first time I heard her really, I mean, that wasn't her exact words. I'm paraphrasing. But that was something new for me, because I would have never thought she would have admitted, like, no, you know, this could potentially be someone to take my spot. We from the same place. She's a lawyer. I'm not. You know what I'm saying?
Business is business, period. I don't care. And like at the same time, if we are from the same place, if there's only so many spots up here or whatever, I don't want you to have the spot. I want the spot, period. Like, it's a job at the end of the day, and there's only so many positions. It is what it is. As long as she didn't try to go back and tell, you know, production or try to cause issues or whatever, it is what it is. Like, you can be happy for someone, or you can also just be like, well, dang, like, no, I kind of wanted this for myself. Like, that's normal. And people need to stop trying to act like we don't have these feelings sometimes, where it's just like, dang, I wish I could do that too. Like, no, or, you know, I wish I was in that position or whatever. It only becomes distasteful when you act on that and you try to bring somebody else down. That's where I have an issue with it. But there's nothing wrong with being like, dang, I really wanted that for myself. Like, like, I get that. That's being human. She showed a lot of humanity in this interview, and I appreciated that.
Oh, me too. And I loved when she said, listen, because you know the people gonna be trying to paint it. And if you haven't seen the interview and you just seen the clip, let's be clear, you know, because you know the people gonna be trying to paint it like she said, oh, the show started to change when Kenya came around, as if it was Kenya's fault or something like that. When that's not what she was saying. Ultimately, she was saying that's when she noticed the change, like production pushing you to be in a relationship that's somebody that's not who you with, which makes me feel like the production tell Kenya to bring Walter on them, Mr. He like his women like he like his Rams 24s, 26, 28s. I'm just saying.
Yeah, she said,
you know what I'm saying? Like that's not what she said. That's not what she meant. She just said that's when she noticed it's more about having a storyline than your real life. And if this is reality TV, let's live our reality, because I'm showing my reality. And I also like when she said, y'all get mad when we answer the question about who shouldn't be on the show when that question is posed to us. However, we are all there. We all know who's really pulling in. And if I'm pouring in and giving my life, and you seeing my tragedy, you seeing my triumphs, you seeing me argue, you seeing me this, that, and the third, and meanwhile you just sitting here and collecting a check, yeah, nah, bitch, you gotta go. And I feel that. Like, that's just like, and to me, I don't understand why people don't understand it. Because on my regular job, hold up, girl, we do the same thing. You not about to have me do everything, and you not, no, get your ass out there and do it. We feel that way every day on our same job. We all got that one lazy ass coworker who don't want to do something, and then everybody turning around asking you to help her. Help her for what? Or y'all gonna help me to a piece of her check? Because if not, then she need to earn her keep, and I'm not mad at it.
Not at all. That's what I'm saying. Like, no one is about to sit here and tell me like, oh, like, yeah, you can have it. I'll just, you know, fade into the background. Like, no. And I actually just say that. Yeah, I just said that on my Real Housewives of New York. Just reviewed that. So if you haven't checked it out, go check it out. I'm gonna drop it in the chat actually, that I'm seeing certain levels of vulnerability from some of the cast members, while other people are thinking that they're about to probably get up there and masquerade like ain't ish really going on in their life when it really is. That's not fair. And I would have something to say about that too. Like, I'm not about to be carrying said show on my back, and you're gonna sit here and, you know, just profit off of my effort. That's never going to happen. If my name is attached to it, it's not going to happen. So I wasn't mad at that either. All is fair in business.
I'm trying to
I probably sound like such a tyrant.
No, not a tyrant. It is what it is, as far as I'm concerned. Like, I'm just not about to do that. You're not about to play with me like that.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you're not about to play with me like that. If we all here to do a job, we're gonna do a job. But I appreciated the fact, because I know they're gonna highlight that she said the change came with Kenya. But how many people gonna highlight the fact that she said that Kenya is good for the show? Kenya was needed on the show. Portia was good for the show. Like, she admitted that. She said the show need Kenya, which is correct.
Thanks for subscribing, J2018.
Thank you for subscribing. Yes, y'all go subscribe to my sister if y'all ain't subscribed, honey. Okay, miss you too, Deborah Lee. I'm glad to be back, my love. Now, what I did not know is that Portia was on a chopping block before she became Pigeons of Paradise Portia. She was my man, my husband.
I can see that, though.
That Portia.
It was like, when she was like that, she was not likable. I have to admit it. She was not likable at all until she started being a big booty popping Portia. Like
Princess Thailandia Portia. That's when she was interesting.
Fun when she was like, "Oh, it's a strip." Remember that whole strip club thing? And she go sit on a bus or like,
yeah. And of course, she was like, "My husband won't allow me."
Behind somebody who, let's not even get on him, her ex-husband. Like, you doing all that windmilling for him? So she almost got axed.
Yeah, so I didn't know that. I also didn't know that, which makes Dungeon Gate even more up for me. Like, knowing that Nene and Candy went to Bravo execs of the office or the closet, wherever they went. Wherever they went to talk and get them people to save her job, like, listen, she about to go through a divorce, y'all can't cut, like, whatever they went and said and did, and convinced them people to keep her, and then you turn around and, girl, no, I don't see her. Hey, Veronica, how are you? I don't see how Candy can be cool with her to this day, because we would have nothing to say, girl. Girl, we would have nothing to say. I done went tried to save your job. She done tried to save her job. She done tried to put her in a play with her. Remember when she had that play of Mother's Love and Pigeons of Paradise? Portia was in it. Like, she done tried to do too much, baby, and you around here. Girl, we would have nothing to say. Pigeons of Paradise.
Yeah.
I ain't call it a Project Pigeon no more. She got a husband now. I'm going to call it a Pigeons of Paradise. Pigeons of Paradise Portia.
They said she's probably coming back next season, so get ready.
You know, there are certain aspects about the show. Like, listen, I am not an advocate for nobody losing their job, but at this point, I just feel like, child, stop rinsing and repeating. As packed as Atlanta said is, all y'all people gets around here on the internet and say how Atlanta is full, don't nobody else come. Baby, if it's full, go find me some other people. But I like Candy, true enough, but girl, Candy done got married. You know what I'm saying? Like, we done seen her finally get married. She's had her baby. She's gone for EGOT. Tie that story up in a bow and let it go. Kenya got Brooklyn, child, when they get the damn divorce final. Tie that story up in a bow and let it go. Sheree gonna always be the RHOA side hoe. When they ain't got nobody else, they bring her back. She buy, she not. She buy ain't no jogger. She buy ain't nobody getting no merchandise. She buy, she don't pay her bills. It's just a tragic story. Every season she come back and let us know that she's not, that she's the lady of lack and lackluster. That's why when Nene say, I mean, listen, I'm not gonna say she was the star. She played her part, and that's all she's ever done is play a part. What has Sheree done to ever say that she is the star of Reigndrop? And now she walking around here looking like a combination of Juice-Adora and Hazel E. Bitch, go to hell. I'm sorry, y'all. I ain't been on here in a while. I had to get that out my system. I'm just saying. So she's the star of what? She's the side chick of Roja. She's the side chick that every man have around here. You know what I'm saying? That they know when this ain't going right with my boo, my old lady, or I'm in between women at the time, I can always call you and you're going to always come back. That is what Sheree is. What do she bring? I'm sorry, last season, we actually had a scene of her just sitting there eating a goddamn potato chip.
I remember that. She was like, oh, yeah, he's so good. Yeah, Nene said that. She was like,
because if this the type of entertainment y'all like, child, let me know. I eat potato chips all day for y'all and cut myself on mute while I'm at my job.
Don't do that because we don't need you having high cholesterol, blood pressure, and all that. But yeah, Nene even said that when she was like, yeah, you talking about, I think he asked her like, oh, are you surprised that Sheree's the last OG standing or whatever? She's like, no, I mean, she's just the last one they can get to, come on. And she's kind of like, like the runt of the litter, you kind of feed them the scraps. Yeah, that's Sheree. Scraps. We feed her the leftovers and she just gonna chomp at the bits. Couldn't be me.
Leftovers.
Could not be
leftovers.
Could not be me. Could not be me ever. Like, you would have to. But again, and I say that to say when your face looks like this, you can't really expect much. So, are we really surprised?
Now I'm gonna have nightmares.
That's why I was over here smiling.
Girl, this. Listen, Sheree wasn't no ugly woman. Like, I don't understand what possessed her to do that. Like, your original face was so much better. Okay, and I'm just, listen, call it what you want. I'm going to just say what it is. Black people, our features are set up in the way they need to be set up for everything to be perfectly proportionate upon our bodies and especially our faces. Now, some of us are, built like that triangle on top the Teletubby, big at the top and small at the bottom. You know what I'm saying? Some of us, instead of BBLs, we have BMWs, body made wrong. I mean, it is what it is, but you can always get you a shaper and whip that thing into shape and work it on out. But as far as your facial structure, listen, everything in our features is made for our face to be symmetrically correct. You know what I'm saying? Even if you have that long ass chin, you got a little typically a pointed long ass nose to match that long ass chin for angulation. Okay, for the triangulation of your face. When you around with your face, you around and find out. Y'all be around here looking surprised, looking confused. I don't know. Some of y'all don't done fuck with your face so much it's on auto tune and it ain't got no emotion. I don't know if you're happy, sad, miserable. Do your tit ducts work? Like, I just don't know. Stop fucking with y'all faces. Like, girl, who the hell? Because I don't know who that woman was.
Woman? Oh.
I don't know who that woman was. Oh, your grandbaby gonna be confused like the little children of today when they see black pictures of Michael Jackson instead of the white ones. Your grandbaby gonna be confused. Pick a face and stay there. When she look at your old picture, she gonna say, who is this woman? Nah, I don't want it. I don't want it. But I agree with everything she said down to the comments about she by she not. I agree. I also agree. Let me say this. I halfway agree with the comments that was made in terms of or when your stars start rising and you start making money. I agree when she said, listen, it just need to be one star in the house because, we can't handle it.
I get that. Whoo! Oh my God, I get that because I get that.
I get that, but I also feel like this. Carlos the King. Now, this is why I got to read your ass from up out your closet back in your motherfucking closet. I am so sick of you wanting to perpetuate the fact that every time a woman makes some money and makes some status about herself because she make more coin than her husband, that she have to somehow shellac his ass every 5 minutes for him to goddamn feel some type of way and feel as he still is a man. Listen, if I'm making this much today and you feel some type of way, get your ass up there and hustle like I did to get your ass up there and make more money. Like, no, sir, you're not about to do it. And stop making it seem like because that woman is making the money that all of a sudden she have to be the boss. Listen, if she had to go out here and get it and hustle it for her family like that, it's because the fuck he wasn't. And you not about to run me into a brick wall while stealing my coin, probably sticking your dick out the window with somebody else. No, sir, stop acting like that, because you know what? When the man makes the most money, he come home, he get a woman what he want her to have, tell her about what it should have been done. You got to ask him for money. If you spend money, you got to tell him what you spending it on. He ain't most of them, not all, because I'm not classifying everybody as all, but let's be clear, the majority of the fuck boys out here, we see it all the time. When they making that money, the woman got to ask, and she's on some type of tight leash. He ain't telling her, thank you for keeping the house, thank you for washing the clothes, thank you for taking care of the kids all day, thank you for making sure that when I come home, I don't have to do nothing but sit on my ass and relax, smoke a blunt or drink a beer or whatever their vice is that they like to do when the fuck they get home. He is not shellacking that woman ego. He ain't doing a goddamn thing to make her feel so special. So why the hell when the woman gets up here making the money and want to do what she got to do, and she keep moving and she's shining, she got to somehow come home and dim her motherfucking light because to make him feel like a man? Boy, fuck you. If your mom and your daddy ain't raised you to be a man, then I sure can't do it. K. Michelle told us that decades ago. Fuck you and that opinion, Carlos King. So get your ass back in the closet with your highlight ass hair. I'm sorry. That just works my nerves.
And that is why I will always have my own income. That's just me. I ain't shading nobody's situation. Y'all get it how you get it. That's fine by me, whatever. But for me, that's exactly why. Not that I think that my husband would ever be that type of person anyway, but still, you just never know. And at the same time,
I don't know. I think sometimes they don't want to leave because once you get to OG status, I'm pretty sure you're making probably 6 figures, 7 figures per episode. You know what I'm saying? So I think partially if they don't have anything else going on as far as in a business or pursuing acting or anything like that, I think maybe they don't want to lose that check. But then I also think if you were someone who were in something from the beginning, it's kind of like with football players after they've gotten the Nike contracts and the Gatorade contracts and whatever other what's them people, Under Armour and or whoever they are, all of those contracts, and you like they've made all the millions they can make. Why are they still doing it? Because at that point they want the ring, they want the championship. It becomes not about the money and about this is my legacy. And so maybe it's like you don't want to see it going down in flames. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I can definitely attest to that. I mean, look at freaking you see all these super old freaking people that have been doing the same voice. James Earl Jones, didn't he just retire from doing the Darth Vader freaking voiceover and stuff like that? Like after a while, I mean, it's some people just like
Earl Jones still alive? I'm sorry, y'all. I had seen on the internet that you know what? Never mind. This is why you don't believe what the internets have to say, because that man then I thought the 4th time I saw it was like the real time. But I guess it was not. I apologize. I apologize, Mr. James Earl.
Yes. Or you see like people freaking still performing until they're 105. Like
I hope Patty stop. After she disrespected my auntie Tina.
I was going to say her name, but I knew that would happen, so I just left it general. But yeah, I don't. Yeah, I can see that. Um, but going back to the money thing, I'm glad. I'm honestly, I'm glad that she divorced him, Greg, at the time. God rest his soul. I'm glad she did because that probably was the only thing that, especially him being an old school Southern man, that was probably the only thing that was going to even wake him up an ounce. And it probably only woke him up like enough to be like, dang, like I want her back. Like she's the light of my life. Oh my God. But he probably still honestly didn't. That once you've been thinking like that for so long, it's really, really hard to, not think like that anymore. So I don't even think that he probably just compromised like in his mind with it. He probably didn't really want the situation to be like that for real. But anyway, so yeah, in that aspect, I'm glad that she divorced him at that time because you're not about to hold things over my head. You're not about to be thinking that I'm going to be just leading my life inferior to you because you have a ding dang. Bye.
Like, and I'm sorry, I think it's been proven in this day and age that the women are out here and what's making it happen. We are strong. Girl, I mean, the men be talking about they build for it tough, but it's more like clunker tough, like tonka toy tough. Like, I mean, it's just we go through more, we hold them more, we child. Carlos, I don't know. I don't know. Maybe you need to talk to the African and he need to get your mind together.
Yeah, he needs to worry about his situation and them having kids and all that stuff and stay off the internet for a little bit. I'm not saying obviously he makes his money by producing these shows, obviously, but just pay attention to your own stuff. Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
I'm trying to tell you. Well, I mean, I once again I enjoyed seeing
How did you feel about her saying that like her and Cynthia, like she it sucks that the friendship ended, but she can never be friends with her again?
thank you to Sue Feisty. Shout out to the girls who have L, okay? Because we not hot over here in the heat wave. We don't have to live panini pressed.
Turn mine down because it's
You know what
87.
I'm saying? We don't have to live panini pressed over here. I Part of me felt like, was Cynthia really trying to get your bag taken? Was she operating from a hurt place? Or was the information you received? I have too many questions with that because you know what? Cynthia felt some type of way. Remember when Nene was on Watch What Happens Live, and Cynthia felt some type of way because he asked Andy asked Nene who did she feel should be off the show, and she said Cynthia because she wasn't really bringing anything. And in that season, she really like it was boring. I didn't care to hear about her fibroids. I'm just being honest, like not dismissing it, but as in terms of what we watch a reality show for, she really did not bring that. You know what I'm saying? She did not. And and so I don't know if maybe Cynthia was acting out from a place of, well, Nene been here the longest, so she may have more power, but the girls don't like her. Like they so yeah, we're gonna try to get her off the show. Was she acting out of that place because she thought Nene was getting her mad, like trying to take her back from her? Or if wherever you got this information from these reliable sources, were they honest in what was said, or what Cynthia communicated, or how Cynthia felt, or if Cynthia was indeed the one who said it? You know what I'm saying? So I just got questions. But I even though she said like, no, we will never be friends again. I mean, I don't know Nene personally, but for me, if I say we ain't never gonna be friends again, I'm not gonna also turn around in the same breath or two and say, but I miss the friendship that we had. Like, listen, if you done me dirty, no, I don't miss the friendship because I feel like the whole time you was plotting and scheming to do me dirty. So no, I don't miss that. But I mean, everybody is different. But I think there could be a chance for healing there because I think she misses Cynthia. I do.
I think she could benefit from that friendship, but at the same time, yeah, if whatever happened for real behind the scenes happened, then I mean she's not obligated to rekindle any friendships that just didn't do her justice when they were supposed when it really mattered, which would have been back then. I was just wondering that because yeah, she made that very clear that although yeah, she can miss it, she can say, oh my god, it was the best thing ever at the time, but where I stand right now, like no, we can never be friends after that. I mean, that's just the way the cookie crumbled, and that's always the gamble that you take when you get on shows like this and you play these types of games. There's always the potential that the people you come into the situation with, you guys are so cool in the moment. Sometimes when the production, when all these other elements are added, it can mean that you guys might not always, be friends in the end. And that's just, not everybody's going to always stay friends. It sucks though. And then my other question was, when Nene was like, the show needs Kenya. She said something along the lines of she thinks the show needs Kenya, although she doesn't consider her the star. How did you feel about that? Like, do you think the show needs Kenya? Do you think she's a star or not? Or
I feel like that was truth mixed with a little bit of hate. I just don't feel like Nene will ever say anybody is the star of Roja outside of herself. Like it is the house that Lanitia built. That's what she said. The house that I built and is coming tumbling down, honey. Let me hold my wig. Let me hold my wig.
Me exactly, like the most liked, the one who.
But for me, I think Kenya is definitely a star of Roja. Like, listen, there's never going to be a day in time where you mention Roja that I don't think of Lanitia Nene Leaks. I don't give a damn if you don't like her or not. But also, when you think about there, I like her or not, Kenya was iconic on there. Like her or not, I mean, for years people didn't like her, me included. But she gave you something to talk about. To me, whether they're she is the best villain to me that Roja has had. Like Marlo is nasty. You know what I'm saying? Kenya did some nasty stuff too. I can't lie. But I literally can't deal with Marlo at villainism like I can Kenya. Both gave me something to talk about. But to me, when you look at a star of a show, whether you like them or you don't like them, they have to make you want to talk about them. And Kenya is one that make you talk about it every week. Portia, when she was on there, she is one that made you talk about it every week. So I would say, yes, there are other stars outside of Roja. To me, I wouldn't call Kenya the star this season just because to me, this season isn't really giving. Nobody stands out for me this season. Oh. I really and truly listen, I have missed so many episodes of Roja. I keep up with y'all reviews. It's kind of on if I see it, I see it. If I don't, I don't. But I've been finding old shows on Netflix way more interesting than Roja. Like I would literally rather watch the cartoon Recess than to watch Roja at this point.
Stop, because we coming back at 4:00.
And I'm gonna be in there for the, you know what I'm saying, for the Coastal Critiques panels with my two sisters. If I know I have a mod in here, drop the link, please, 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 please drop the link. I'm just saying, it's not, when you look at where it's come from, it's definitely a big letdown.
I feel you, and that's why I think he may mention that. What was the season 6 cast? The Phaedra,
Candy, Nene, Kenya, Portia
was like.
And Marlo as a friend of.
Like, period. And I can kind of agree. Listen, I know y'all comments might not disagree. Let me know if y'all agree or don't agree, whatever, what's y'all all-star, lineup. But listen, I can't lie. Yeah.
Listen, let me tell you something. It ain't gonna never get more reunion gold to me, then now listen. Andy, while she's sitting up here checking for my husband because she don't have anything going on. But let me tell you what you will know. What you will know is that your baby daddy needed a medium pizza, so he ejaculated in a cup for $10 to get a medium pizza so that you can have a kid. Okay, now check that. Like, listen, we don't get that on reunions no more. We don't get, where is your scooter? Fix that face, fix that body. What I said, okay, and what you said was some bullshit right next to each other. Now we get the don't flick your hair at me. Don't flick your hair at me. Like, it's like, yo, them ladies would come and listen, they bought it, okay? When Portia came out there in that gown, that black gown, sitting up there with that barrel curl ponytail from the 90s up on her head the first season, girl, no. No. When Nene was out there on that trip, when Portia Apollo pushed Kenya in that pool, and then he was doing them old nasty stripper moves on Greg, and she with that, like, we don't get moments like that. You know what I'm saying? I will drag you in this bitch. Like, those moments don't live up to these moments, in my opinion. They just don't.
No, I'm right there with you. That's why, you know, just like with most shows, you know, we're not running to the TV to watch them when they premiere. The only reason why I really run at all these days is obviously to get up here, you know, the next day or whatever. But to be honest, no, yeah, it hasn't been giving to those levels in quite some time. But do I also agree when you say, do you feel as though Nene would still say the same thing even when things are abundantly clear, like this person does have some star qualities? Yes, I do think she'll always have a bit of her that's like not just going to say that with her full chest, like, oh yeah, that person's definitely a star. Like, I don't even think it comes to a place of hate as much as it's just like she just can't let it, like we were saying before, the whole, I don't know, the OG factor, the whole I built this factor is always going to make her be like, I can give you some, but I can't give you all. Like, I get it. Do I agree? No, but I get it.
And I think part of her gonna always feel like this so I'm never gonna give anybody the story of this because this mine, whether I'm on here or whether I'm not, you know, maybe because she was cashing checks, Trump checks, okay, fix the back of your teeth. I'm just saying, like, we just don't, I can't in so long think of the iconic lines.
I got an idea
that I have had. Oh, did you write it down? Because you know that's. Oh, I gotta call you too.
Say it, but I can't.
Because
I'm good with my y'all.
You know what this bottle is, and I have been like it's. I need a refill. I need a refill. That's all I'm saying. I need a.
Okay, I will do that. But no, really, no. I think. Oh my God, we should like get together our favorite, like our top 5 like moments from like the entire time and like come and talk about them. Like, I want to know your top 5 moments, lines, whatever, and then we'll talk.
Yes, we will. But I will say this, I can't wait to see part 2 because it's going to get into the lawsuit. So I want to know, like, what was your mindset? What was your mindset when you were going into the lawsuit? Like, ultimately, she had to know, as much as she loved Rojas, Sue and Bravo, you were never going to be back. Was in your mind, was it the right thing? Was it worth more than the check, the respect of it all? That's number 1. So I hope we get into that. And 2, like she said, you know, if Bethany can say it and get y'all to answer it, then so be it. But yes, I saw that comment. I forget who made it in the comment, but yes, I have noticed that Bethany Frankel is now saying a lot of things that Nene was saying, and for some reason, okay, it is being well received.
Y'all stop.
Yes.
Tracy, y'all Stop.
Yes, I love it. I love it. 265 days of the year. Well, what did the railroad come through? Girl, not your grandfather is the civil rights leader. Jesus. Oh, this is no bam. Like, listen, like Portia or not, okay, like Portia or not, she has had some ditzy iconic moments and she has had some good reading moments. She done had real dragging moments, and I do mean literally dragging people. But I just think I just think that group of ladies that Carlos was talking about from season 6, that was a magical group of ladies in terms of the chaos, the friendships, the good times they had. And I think when you have something like that and it dissipates, it's very hard to recreate, much like the
I don't
love
want them
of
to.
Nene and Greg.
That's the issue, and that's why I started watching and reviewing New York, because I want them to stop trying to get that old thing back. It's not going to happen. It's no more. The reality show dynamic has changed. Let's keep progressing and let it reflect where viewers' minds are now. So it's okay.
Right.
Like, we heard it. It happened. We love it. We can watch it whenever we want. Shout outs to streaming. And it is what it is.
I honestly, I don't care for Rusty Goals. Oh my God, what happened?
Oh my God, I'm so done. I'm
lost.
No, I was laughing at Tracy's comments.
Oh, it was lightning. It's lightning in the bottom.
Yeah. Y'all, I can't with y'all. I can't.
I will say this. I would rather see the whole case go away. Like, listen, I would have rather Candy not on Aura HOA with all of this foolishness and them talking about her body count, because I really don't care what her body count is. I would have rather see her come back with Candy in the Gang. Like, I loved Candy in the Gang.
Candy. I want to see all her other projects. I don't want to see her in an ensemble cast with these ladies.
You know what I'm saying? I was looking forward to Candy in the Gang coming back. And then, like I said, that was just OLG. You could have did Candy in the Gang where, okay, maybe this season we didn't see the OLG crew. We would have seen the Blaze crew. You know what I'm saying? We would have seen the Candy Coated Dungeon crew or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, it could have been a rotating of, we see the restaurants, we see this, we see that. Or maybe they do a team building exercise where they bring the employees of Blaze and OLG together. But you also had captivating personalities outside of Candy, right? That drew you into that show.
Yet they
number one.
Put this other stupid A show with some people from the old New York on there. You could have just kept Candy shows on there. Keep going.
You know, I would have rather see that. I mean, I don't know in what realm we would have seen Kenya in Brooklyn. Maybe have them featured on Candy show for a few episodes or something like that. Like, like you could have brought her there.
Like Tiny and Toya type thing, maybe.
Sanya can just go away. I don't ever want to see her on anything again. She had the show with her husband where she was apologizing for not buying his mom and grandma no damn Valentine Day. And I done told him, fuck your mom and your grandma. You want them to have a goddamn Valentine, you buy them a goddamn Valentine. Your ass should have been shopping for me a Valentine. Anyway, that's another story for another day. But she can go. I
come back.
I didn't need to see her from last year. I don't want to see her no more this year. Them goals is now rusty. You know what I'm saying? They're not bronze, they're not silver, they rusty, it's old. Shout out for your accomplishments and what you did. We don't need to see you fade into the abyss. Marno can go. I am tired of using her siblings' children for a storyline every year. Between the mom tea, and at first I wanted to see her be a mom T, but she ain't shit, and she's still gonna continue to be ain't shit. And that can go. This Courtney lady can go to hell. I told y'all when I saw her in that clamshell dress in the picture that I wasn't gonna like her, and it stayed true to form. She can go.
Yeah, Drew, she remixed this week.
Girl, I'm
for later.
Drew, when the writers come off strike, Um, as much as they rebooting shows, there's probably gonna be a reboot of the game somewhere. Go back over there so we don't.
Better than scripted.
Yeah, I just Sheree. Child, everybody done gave you all the advice and you still ain't followed it. Um, you was old, you was tired, and you really just like spoiled milk at this point. Go away. And that's it. Like, just
Cool.
give me some new girls. And Nene, I'm sorry, girl. I'm sorry, Lanithia. Nene Leaks, the house that you have built is crumbling, girl. It's crashing. And I think you just gonna need to go ahead on and let it go. I would like to see Nene in a Carlos. You around there got all the shows down to own. I would like to see her in a hosting position. I don't want to see her back on Roll High. I don't. But I would like to see her maybe in a instead of late night with the Kings that OWN had, maybe let Nene interview the reality girls and see. I don't know. I would like to see her working though. I did enjoy her on that show that she did, The New Normal. And I was glad to see what seemed like a more relaxed out. That's the word I would say. A more relaxed version of Nene versus, normally when we see her, she's sitting straight up. She's kind of uptight with it. And no, because honey, da 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 da. And it was like I got to see more personality. Like we always knew she had a big personality. But it was just more of a relaxed, yes, bitch. Cause come on now. Cause when Carlos said, you were one of the popular, she said D, cause ain't nobody top me. He said, well, Tammy Roman would have to beg to differ. She grabbed that champagne, said, Tammy, call me, girl. We can talk about it. I mean, listen, Tammy is doing her thing. And I would like to see Nene get a glow up, get a second chance. I would like to see her get a second chance, just not on Roll High. I know it's the house that you built, girl, but you got to be like the contractors, build it and sell it, and let it go.
I hope he asked her about her club too, because I want to know like what is going on with the lounge, whatever, random. But overall, I can't wait. I guess we have to wait until August 1st.
Carlos is raggedy.
I was so annoyed because I didn't even know this was happening. You got my hopes up, and I'm like, oh my God. And I went to go watch the first one. I'm thinking last night I was going to watch the second one.
I mean, listen, I thought it was, I knew he said 2 parts, but I thought we was going to get like a drop yesterday, like it dropped yesterday, and then a drop like early today. So when we came on and talk about it, like,
he was like,
you talk about 2 parts. He was like, hi, y'all gonna come back next week. But he know the people love Nene or they love to hate Nene. So
how many views does that have? Yeah, I was so mad. Like I wanted to watch it all right then and there because I got questions. 364K views. Okay. Yep. Well, there's a market for it. So if he really is the super producer that he says he is, he'll figure out some way to get something going.
Yeah, so I can't wait. I can't wait. This comment right here. Though Phaedra won't come back, but if she does, Candy did say she would leave. So here's the thing: people only want Phaedra to come back to see it. The only way Phaedra coming back to Roll High really works is for people to get what they want. And ultimately, the people who are screaming behind Phaedra come back, Phaedra come back, Phaedra come back is because they want to see that Candy Phaedra head to head. I'm not gonna lie, I would want to see it too. You know what I'm saying? They will want to see it too. That's what people want. They want that Candy Phaedra head to head. So with Candy leaving, if Phaedra comes back, it doesn't give. It does not serve. Y'all know Drew wasn't me. So Dora needs to go with the Sanderson sisters. Not the Sanderson sisters, Sheree Marlowe and Courtney, and grab the Lady and the Tramp Sanya and sit down. Oh girl, not Lady and the Tramp. Hey, AT Birdies. Hey, AT Birdies, how are you, my love? So that was it. We will be back next week to cover part 2. Night Court will be back next week. Y'all make sure y'all go watch Coastal Critiques at 4 p.m. That's Pacific Standard Time, 6 p.m. Central Standard, and 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Y'all go check out my sisters. I will be back with something I gotta see. I don't know what y'all want me to talk about because I missed all the LAMH drama. Hey, love 7829D, my love. I missed all the LAMH drama. But I mean, if y'all want me to talk about it, recap it, drop it in the comments. Y'all know I will. Make sure y'all be at my cousin game night tonight, okay? Because we be cutting up for that as well on my good cousin Ranting with Ricardo's channel. One of my mods, can y'all drop the link for a game night in it? As well, if y'all have something y'all want to talk to about, child, send it to me on the Instagram. The link, no, well, not the link, but my Instagram and all of that. If y'all want to follow me, is in the description box, child. And I get up here and talk about y'all. And yes, messy night court. And I'm telling y'all right now, it might be late, okay? But yes, the Carly situation. You want me to talk about the Carly situation, JT28, or you want the Carly situation on night court? Because Carly is going her ass on trial next week. Mace done already said it. She done already put it out there in the universe. Carly is going on trial next week. Yes, she is. Yes, she is. She must. She must pay. She must pay. And child, I don't know how we're gonna top that night court with Jocelyn. Because that was a mess.
Terrible. Oh, was that the last one? Oh, wow.
That was a mess. Drag Carly. Wow. Okay, so y'all want me to talk about Carly. JT28, inbox me, babe. You want me to talk about, you want me to put Wanda on trial? Or you want me to just drag Wanda? Because I don't really know what's been going on with Wanda. Although I did see Wanda little live the other night, but I guess I'll have to do a life update for y'all so that maybe the next thing I do, we might get that tonight after game night, where we can come discuss and chit chat and talk about whatever y'all want me to talk about. But I really after y'all saw my last live, you know what I'm saying? Not to rehash nothing or bring nothing up, you know what I'm saying? But I really had to take time away, just honestly, to get into a better headspace than what I was in, because child, my headspace just wasn't headspacing. Okay, I was really on some evil in my head, just to be honest. You know what I'm saying? But no, I didn't act on nothing. No, I didn't do nothing. But I needed to take time away, so I hadn't really besides posts that people sent me, I haven't really been tuned in. So, but I mean, if y'all want to let me know about what you know what I'm saying? What's going on, child? We can talk about it. Tasha K and T.S. Madison is still fighting. Girl. Oh, pussy ass bitch. Baby, I saw that live. Oh, pussy ass bitch. Child, that was a mess. Okay, so y'all giving me some ideas. It is good to be back, y'all. I'm going to sit and confer and see what we can talk about. And I may possibly be back tonight, but y'all know it's going to be a late night thing. You know what I'm saying? It's definitely going to be after game night, and my sisters go on. So probably wouldn't be till 8:30, 8:45. But if y'all want to, see me to come back, child, just hit me up on the inbox, child. We love y'all. See y'all next time. Bye.